What's good, everybody? I didn't wake up today at 6 in the morning because I'm a little pussy, but yeah, I slept at like 6. No, slept at like 12 at midnight, and then I woke up, just fell back to sleep. Fuck, bruh. But I'm gonna be making this little video analyzing what price did, because I'm on break. Like, what else? Like, bro, genuinely, like, if I don't make this video, what else do I have to do? Like, there's no other excuse, because, like, it's barely 10 in the morning, 10:08 a.m. right now. What would I do? Just fucking be a loser for the rest of the day? I don't know. I'm better make this video than go play some soccer at the park, bro. I gotta go try and buy. Let's go ahead and go on S&P 500. I'm gonna first mark out all the highs, lows, gaps, PD arrays, high time frame, low time frame, then like my bias. Then I'll come back, then hop into pre-market and try and find where I'll find a trade. Also, this is kind of crazy, bro. Like, this is because of the news that Trump gave out about the ceasefire of Iran. Look at this shit. It's sort of pumping, bro. It's crazy, but now it's like staying in this price range now. That's crazy, bro. It pumped so far. Nasdaq is way more, and it did end up sweeping all the highs that I marked out. I marked this out yesterday at night, by the way. So I swept it during London. This one was swept during London as well. Damn, I was marking out all these highs. I was like, hopefully they would save them for New York session so they could be draws on liquidity, but that makes sense that now after sweeping these areas of liquidity during New York session, we were bearish. It makes sense. I feel like it would kind of be a hard day today because there isn't really that much draws on liquidity here. We do probably, most likely, have huge imbalances here that we need to come fill. Just like a little quick looking at it, just real quick. So we probably tapped into imbalance, sweeping liquidity, retrace. Alright, well, let me go ahead and mark out everything. I'll come back. And also, I was kind of wrong about the high impact news, because if we look at what time it was, it's going to be during PM session, so I wouldn't really expect it to affect AM session that much. And also, London session and Asia session look kind of shit right here, as I'm going to mark out London lows, London highs and shit. Compared to New York session, yeah, bro. Today might have been cooked. We don't know yet. This is just looking from the surface. Let's go ahead. All right, so I marked out all my highs and lows. From what it's looking like, I was thinking we're probably gonna have to be relying on taking trades to short-term highs and lows, intermediate highs and lows, rather than long-term highs and lows, and taking trades to imbalances, because this whole price area is imbalanced price action. So we also have this 4-hour gap overlapping with this 4-hour gap, so this is even more imbalance that we need to come fill. And from what I'm seeing, we tap into the midpoint of this 4-hour imbalance here. It's a 4-hour real quick. I'm just taking it from this inverse basically. So here's the wick of this 4-hour candle, and then I'm taking it from the wick of this candle here, from like how much it's balanced, like how much it's filled the gap, because I would take it from farther, but I don't know if this is illusional. This makes sense, right? Should be one like this, so because this whole thing is imbalanced price action. Actually, this has to be here. There you go. So it's heavily imbalanced price action. Might as well just delete that. Yeah, so once we go down to a smaller time frame, I'll go down to a 15-minute. See what price did in the past two sessions, Asia and London. What it looks like. Oh, actually, first of all, let's go the daily. So for this, say before this candle appeared, because of the Trump news, I would be, and because of liquidity here and here, and we just swept liquidity to the downside. Already broke structure to the upside on the daily, retraced into a daily gap. I would be expecting this next candle to be bullish. So far our bias is bullish. We have bullish on the 4 hour, bullish on the 1 hour, boom. Yeah, I would be expecting bullish bias today, but then scale down to the 15-minute. We also have a high time frame, relative equal highs here, relative equal high, and not really all the way up here, but NQ doesn't really have any. So the only really like liquidity that I'm seeing right now that we could take during New York is London high and low, because we're not taking Asia low, it's all the way down here. So yeah, the only thing I'll be focusing on is this liquidity, and then imbalances, which is this imbalance here. So I don't even know if I'll be able to catch a trade today, if I'm 100% honest. So yeah, London. But looking at London and Asia session, we swept the liquidity areas that I marked the night before. So here I would actually be focusing, seeing if we could take shorts. So, and during pre-market, we actually, at the end of London session, we inverses 15-minute gap. So I would be thinking, okay, looking for shorts. Let's get on to the 5-minute now. Pretend this is like live, the whole pre-market. I will be focusing on what liquidity it's taking, what gaps it's reacting to, what it's inversing, and then I'll be able to know if I should take shorts or longs. So boom, starting from 8:30, we come into this gap, and before market open, we're respecting this gap. And during the end of London, we already inversed this gap, broke to the downside. I'm gonna sweep this 5-minute liquidity. But I IQ disrespect this gap though. See, when is 9:30? Yeah, okay, I'll still be looking for shorts, to be honest. Okay, so now our market open. Now we know we're looking for shorts. Actually, bro, to be honest, I wouldn't have even caught a trade today. No cap. We have these lows because we could just be coming down to sweep these lows, and since my bias is bullish, we could be sweeping these lows and then look for longs up to the London highs. Now let's go down to the 1 minute. What are you doing? Market open versus gap. Swept this short-term lows. Pause liquidity. Or actually, we have these pre-market highs here. We swooped them right on market open. So we could be looking for shorts. We have displacement below all these lows here, short-term lows. Actually, this might be perfect. I don't know. I'm saying that just because I see the candles here, but if it happened live, I don't know if I'll be able to catch this. We have displacement below these lows after sweeping these highs, short-term highs. So yeah, we'll be focusing on short-term. Come down, sweep London low. We come up, start respecting this gap. So I probably actually would have potentially taken a short from this candle. And trade gets invalidated if we push above this high. And I'll be taking it down to this imbalance. So it would have been a good trade, but to be honest, you always got to be honest with yourself. I don't think I would have even caught this trade because my bias is bullish, and we just swept London low. So then at that point, I would be thinking, okay, now that we fill up London lows, let's look for longs. Because I think my bias bullish and the news that Trump put out over, like, gives me higher probability of longs rather than the probability of shorts because of sweeping all these high time frame highs during London and Asia session. Like, I would be expecting it to continue bullish, but instead we come down during New York AM session to fill this gap, to fill some gaps, and then to then push higher. And I probably would have already I always get off the charts by then. I always get off the charts by 11 a.m. So when I get off, imagine I just stop looking at the charts for the rest of the day, forget all this information to the right, at 11 a.m., I would be thinking, okay, well, we're just dumping, and I wouldn't have caught a trade. That's what I would have been thinking if I didn't see all this data to the right. So yeah, no, honestly, I wouldn't have caught a trade today. Especially if we look at ES, see what ES did. Once we sweep these low time frame lows, and then once we sweep London low, what do you see? Let's see if any setup pops up. Okay, we got our break of structure, which is good. No inverse gap, which is fine. Displacement above this high. But I'd rather see displacement above a swing high, which is here, which we don't get. We just sweep this swing high. Then we inverse back to the downside. And then immediately after, we tap into the gap. So even if I wanted to find a setup, okay, never mind, we just inverse this 1 minute gap, right? Now, even if I want to be looking for a trade down to this gap, I wouldn't have taken it because we already tapped into the gap. Like, by the time I would be wanting to take the trade. And I feel like it's just too much of imbalanced price action here to be wanting to take trades to these short-term lows. Because, like, since there's such a huge range where price is imbalanced, I would be thinking, like, we could react here, we could react here, we could react here, anywhere in this gap. So I'm going to be really looking for anything. I just gotta stick to my rules. If my perfect setup doesn't pop up, if the perfect scenario doesn't pop up, I'm not taking the trade. So today I wouldn't have taken the trade. Okay, see y'all later, boys. Gotta go.